WVTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, X, and our website, www.wvtcdetroit.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users.
This is
Soulful Inspiration.
It's your girl, Nikki Jones. This will be an hour to feed your soul with music and laughter, information and inspiration. You're listening to WVTC
Detroit.
All designed with you in mind. So sit back, relax, and get ready to join the conversation with me,
Nikki Jones.
Soulful.
Soulful Inspiration.
Inspirations. Yes, sir.
Welcome to Soulful Inspirations. I am your girl, Nikki Jones. Yes, I remember my name. I'm your girl, Nikki Jones. It's a beautiful day in Zamunda. Thank you for being with us tonight. You are listening to us on WVTC Detroit, where we are winning victory through Christ. Yes, it's a beautiful day. It's been a wonderful day. It's been a wonderful weekend, and I think we are off to a great start in the month of June. Can you believe it?
Praise
Oh
God.
my God, we are halfway through the year 2024, the year of our Lord. Yes, I am so excited tonight because June, contrary to popular belief, June is Black Music Month. Yes, that's what we're celebrating here. June is Black Music Month, and we are excited about sharing some Black music with you, huh? And I wanted to focus on choir music. Yes, choir music. So before we get into that, let's welcome our beautiful co-host here with the frosty hair. Yes, looking all beautiful and stuff. Say hello to my co-host, the wonderful, the anointed Pastor Denise Thomas.
Trying to get in here for that humidity, frizz me up.
Frizz me up.
Frizz me up.
Frizz me up. We looking like, opposite twins.
Yeah,
Like that. Yes. I'm
yeah.
loving it. Yes. Except mine is a little red. I got reddish hair. Reddish tones. But that gray be popping though. That gray popping real hard.
That's
like,
wisdom.
Bam.
Let that wisdom come on out. Let that wisdom shine.
I wanted to come out, but I just don't want it to come out white. You know what I'm saying? I might have to go your route. I might have to go a little bit lighter because I can't be having this gray looking like that. Anyway, listen, it's a wonderful day, and I'm just excited to be here tonight. And I'm so excited about this music that we're going to be sharing with you. Why? Because this is some music that came when I was a kid, when I started singing and directing the youth choir, when I was coming up and, when we were singing with choirs and it was the Voices of Power at Powerhouse Temple.
Where the power's in the temple.
And the temple is in you.
Yes. Somebody. Come on.
Yes, that was the slogan
Y'all
for
know
Powerhouse
about Powerhouse Temple. We go to every competition and bring home the bacon.
Sure did. Yeah. The Voices of Power won a couple of them competitions down at Hart Plaza, Ford Auditorium.
Did they tear Ford down?
Yes, they tore down Ford Auditorium a long time ago. Long from high school. Anyway, that was back in the 90s. So, yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna get no years for mine.
Okay, no, we're not gonna talk about that. So, do you remember one of the songs that we used to sing in the youth choir? Do you remember the one called "I Belong to God"?
I belong to God.
Yes.
I belong to God.
Yes.
I belong to God.
Yes. From the top of my head to the side of my feet.
I belong to God.
So let's listen to "I Belong to God." Yes. Cut it in.
belong to God.
I belong to God.
Yeah, that was the song.
Oh my
that
God.
Was the song.
We used to kill that. We used to sing that all the time as a youth choir at Powerhouse. And it was just so much fun. And it was a time when, young people were doing things during the service.
Yeah.
And not in a separate building, or in a separate room,
with a tablet and a phone.
I cannot.
Yeah.
But
the takeaway is it also rooted us.
Yes, absolutely.
It also rooted us because we were singing the word.
Absolutely.
And so I belong to God. That became an anthem. We believe we belong to him.
It sure did. It sure did.
Don't mean nobody ever made a mistake, but they still standing.
They remember. I remember those. That's what I believe the scripture is talking about when it says train them up. You know what I'm saying? Put things in their memory, give them experiences so that when they're older, they fall back on those experiences that they've had, and they remember the times, and they remember the seasons, and they remember the victories, and they remember the words that came forth, during that time. And I think that's one of the songs that I've sung just, out the clear blue, just wake up singing. And then, I belong to God. I belong to God. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying? But it becomes a mantra.
Yep.
It becomes a mantra, and you start, singing that to yourself. And it's, it's one of those spiritual songs that you can sing, and the Lord can minister to you, and it uplifts you. You know what I'm saying? Because of the song. Yeah. Hey, Michelle, I know you was going, I do what I do. Thank you for joining us, girl. That was one of those good ones. One of those drop numbers for Powerhouse. I remember also this song that one of the members of Powerhouse used to sing. And this song that we're going to play now is called Make Me Better.
Oh,
and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. And this song, I grew up singing this, and I even thought about redoing it. It's been redone like so many times, but I actually thought about redoing it. This song is it's such a good song because of the position of the heart in this song. And so I've often sang it while I was, in my prayer time, in my worship time, when I'm alone, when I'm in my car and I'm just talking to the Lord. And sometimes I might be in prayer, but I'll just break out and start singing this song because of the words. And if it takes all the worldly things from my life, make me better.
Please make me better. Please make me better.
And if it means that I have a lot to sacrifice, make me better. Please make me better. Because I'll go on just knowing that your grace will be enough to make me better.
Make me better.
Because I want to give you my best.
My best.
And I'd only be hurting myself if I try to give you less. Even if it means sometimes that the road will get rough.
And it will.
It will.
It will get rough.
Make me better. Let's go into Make Me Better. Ooh, yes, Lord. My God.
Make me better, Lord. Please make me better.
Listen, I want to be better. I want to be better. I want to please God. I want him to be pleased with me, not people, not everybody else, not even myself. I don't, because pleasing myself is going to get me in trouble.
Well,
well, yes, I want to please God. I want to please God. And you know, there's a song that says, only what you do for Christ is going to last.
And the secret is, instead of worrying about people, when you please God, you're going to please everybody that's trying to please him.
That's good.
When you please God, you please everybody that's trying to please him. The rest, oh well,
that's on them. The rest you shouldn't even have to worry about.
No,
because their intentions or either their desires are not in the right place anyway. Or either, you know, whatever the case may be. But if you're pleasing God, anybody that's on his side,
that's right. That's right.
They're going to be pleased as well. Right. And if they're not, then that's their issue.
Who's on the Lord's side?
Where do you stand? Who's on the Lord's side? I'm on the Lord's side. Yeah, see, that's what we talk about. Choir music.
Yeah.
Choir music. It's so important that we don't forget choir music, that we bring it back to its full potential. You know what I'm saying?
I keep hearing this coming back. I'm waiting.
I'm waiting too. I'm waiting. I really want choirs to come back to their full glory, because I believe that there's so much that we're missing in terms of fellowship, in terms of camaraderie, in terms of all kinds of things.
I like 100%
and even
agree.
Discipline.
I like 100% agree. But the flip side to that, you hear the teaching that, you know, God is doing like a certain sound and God is doing a new thing. And it would lead you to believe that that's the choir time has passed. I just struggle with that. I really struggle with that.
I agree with you.
I struggle with that. First Denise 1 and 1. I just struggle with it. You know, there's too much positive that was in choirs. Too much positive, you know.
But the thing that I think that people might be seeing in choirs as a deficit or whatever the case may be, or as a negative, you can have that without the choir. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it says that, you know, a certain sound or whatever, you can create a sound with a choir, and a choir has a sound. It's called unity.
Yeah.
It's called melodious unity. It's called one accord. You know what I'm saying?
And
it's one voice.
Who did that song about a sound? And I can agree with that, but I don't think that you can count out a choir.
No, I don't think
to give a sound.
No.
And then there's so much that comes with that, because it's something about sitting in the audience with 5, 6, 7, 8, 1,000 people and looking at 6 people. It feels like entertainment.
Yeah.
It feels like entertainment. That's just First Denise 1 and 1.
I feel you.
It feels like entertainment. And so choirs, you know, it's inclusive.
That's the thing.
It's inclusive.
That's the thing.
And it teaches us how to have fellowship one with another.
That's the thing.
You know, we come to church and we don't even know one another, but when you rehearse together,
a choir,
and come together in choir.
See, that's the other thing. People don't want to rehearse.
Oh,
people don't like rehearsing anymore.
They just want to supernaturally get up there and sing.
Well, you know, and I shouldn't say it's not everybody. Let me just say it's not everybody, but I think a lot of people, you know, they don't make time for real rehearsals, you know, and that's required. I don't care what you're doing musically, you're going to have to rehearse.
Yeah. It's
you know
just
what I'm
as
saying?
many memories of choir rehearsal as it is of singing.
Yes, because of the fellowship that happens when you start singing with someone. You learn who they are. You learn how they sing. You learn their movements. You can tell when people are singing together. Yes, a heavenly host. Yes. Come on now.
Teresa said, "Our choir seriously still not back."
Seriously, not like like they should be, Teresa. Not like they should be. Like yes, Michelle, rehearsals matter. You gotta build You got to build that connection with the person you're singing next to. It builds leadership among, if you have like sectional leaders and stuff like that, it builds leadership. It trains your ear.
And
you know
your
what I'm saying?
voice.
And your voice. You know what I'm saying? The people that they used to call the front line, it helps with math. The people they used to call the frontline singers, that came out with Kurt Carr. I want to say Kurt Carr was probably one of the first people that I saw with the frontline singers. It was way back then. Yeah. And I just think that, I think we should bring choirs back to their glory. And that's just the way I feel about it. So we're going to go on to the next one. Now this one, I love this. Now we're going further back. Okay. Further back than Make Me Better. Okay. We're going back to Benny Cummings. You know who Benny Cummings is?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let me tell you who has been inspired by Benny Cummings. Donald Lawrence has been inspired by Benny Cummings. Hezekiah Walker has been inspired by Benny Cummings. A whole lot of the choirs that you hear today and the musicians and the writers and the producers that you hear today, they are inspired or were inspired by Benny Cummings. Because when I tell you his music was so ahead of its time in terms of the sound that he was creating with that choir. I just love it. So we're going to listen to one of my favorite songs. It's called Working on a Building. And that's by Benny Cummings and his choir.
Yeah. Working on that building. Going up to heaven. Get my reward.
I'm working on a building. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the bloodstained banner for my Lord. But when I get through working on that building, I'm going up to heaven. Yes, I am. Get my reward. Get my reward. I'm working on a building. Oh Lord, it's a true foundation.
Working on the
A true
building.
foundation. Come on.
True foundation.
Working, not twerking.
Holding
Yes,
up the
I love it.
bloodstained.
She said working, not twerking.
Oh, oh.
Yes.
Yeah, don't twerk on the building. Don't
We're
twerk.
not.
We got enough
twerking on
problems.
the
Don't twerk on the building.
We're
We
not
got
doing it. We're
enough.
not
We got
doing it.
enough.
Listen, you started talking about marching in.
Woo,
child.
baby. We was gonna be on time to march in. You was not gonna
Okay.
be late.
You was
Here?
not gonna be late.
Nah,
You
you
was
gonna
not
be
gonna
on
be late.
time.
We went forward and then back and then side and then side and then forward and then back.
And then you
and
always
then
had that little
side,
person just couldn't
side.
get it. Just
Of course,
couldn't
you know,
get
had
it.
somebody did not have the rhythm right.
Woo,
And they was
God.
off, and then we crisscrossed.
Yep, crisscross.
Some was
we
going
did all
on this
that.
side, some was going on that side. Yes, they was coming down all three
Man,
aisles.
that was
Come on now, who marched in? I marched in. We all marched in.
definitely marched.
Wait a minute. Walk in the light with the candles. Who did the walk in the light
Yep,
with the
walk in
candles?
the light. And who did? We're marching to Zion. Beautiful, beautiful Zion. We're marching. Yeah, buddy. We all of that.
That's what I'm talking
All of
about.
that,
It was
all of that,
fun. It
all
was
of
so
that.
much fun. It was fun, and it just it invigorated you. It energized you.
Now we may not have to go back to robes because them robes was hot as Hades. Them robes, boy.
Now let me tell you something about the robes. I personally, especially if it's in the wintertime now, not right now because I be having my
Yeah,
private
buddy,
summers.
buddy,
I be having my
buddy.
private summers right now. But the robes, yes, the robes were, I think the robes were good because you didn't have to wonder what you was going to wear. We wasn't wearing black and white because, you know, we had to wear the white tops and the black bottoms, you know, if you was in the choir. You had
Yeah.
to, so you didn't have to worry about what you were going to wear, but people didn't always take care of their robes. Hello.
Well,
They
if
were
we brought them back
expensive.
now to cover up all these jiggly
I
booties,
can't.
then I would bring them back.
See
'cause
what I'm
we,
saying? See
we
what
ain't
I'm
got
saying?
no foundation.
The purpose of the robes was the uniformity. It
Yeah.
was about being uniform because
I get
why?
it. I get
It
it.
wasn't
I get
about
it.
what you had on. See, now,
Right.
you know, you got to get people to try to wear the same colors. You got to get people to, you know what I'm saying, at least cover up most of everything that they, you know, that they got, you know, you got to worry about all of that. But with robes, you did not have to worry about
Yeah,
what
true.
people were going to be wearing. All you had to worry about was what was going to be on their feet. And that was even, you know, not even difficult. Just wear some
Yeah.
black shoes. And it was
Yeah.
like, black shoes is fine. And you didn't have to worry about that because all you needed to be concerned with is the song, is the music, is the ministry. You're not worried about what somebody got on.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right.
it took away the anxiety of it. It took away the showiness of
But it's I think because we've crossed over into a different day where just so much goes.
yeah.
And so you know, I think that when we in our day, it was a reverence. You came to church and
Yeah.
you dressed to reverence God. And
Yeah.
now with this when I say new age, I'm not talking about the new age. I'm talking
Religion,
about
right.
yeah, I'm not talking about the new age religion. I'm just talking about in this day and age, it kind of anything goes, you know, big raggedy pants and just pajamas and house shoes and
pajamas and house shoes.
I literally
Yeah.
pajamas, house shoes. So it's a different mindset. And so, you know, growing up, men would never wear a hat in service.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
it's okay to wear a hat.
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. That.
you know.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there's all kinds of things that
who's
that
it?
are
Shirley said
accepted.
they march in at Unity Baptist.
Oh, they
Come
do.
on,
Okay.
come
All
on,
right.
Unity
Unity
Baptist.
Baptist.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things that are acceptable now that never would have been acceptable.
And I get putting more emphasis on salvation than on looks. I get that. I just think that if we don't have a line, then
Yes.
if we don't have a line, it can go too far.
Yeah.
Either way, it can
Yeah.
go too far either way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
know.
Absolutely.
And one place the scripture talks about, you know, moving the landmarks, and it said you moved them, now put them back because they just, you know, you've moved too much.
Come
you
on.
know, move
Come
too
on.
much.
You move too much,
So-
and then people get If you want to give an offering to Pastor Denise tonight,
Cash App CE lady.
Cash
I'm
App
funny, it's funny,
CE
okay.
lady. Yes.
Yvonne said it's not okay. They just do it.
Yeah.
So they have to be allowed
Right.
to do it.
So,
And
there's, certain leadership or whatever. And because they want them to be able to do, they want the music and they want the sound and they want whatever it is that they want, the gifts and the talents to go forth. And I get that. But you got to set a standard.
You ever see those choirs where like all the ladies, like they may have on nice black dresses.
Yep.
They're not too low cut, showing distracting cleavage.
Right.
And then they all might have on a little pearl earring that's like
Yeah.
it's just nice. It's like uniform.
I love Ricky Dillard. Ricky Dillard, when they step out to do their concerts and everything else, they still wear robes, or they even go as far as to have the same color hair. Ricky Dillard's choir. Now, I'm just saying. Now, you watch the videos. There's a couple of the videos. Ricky Dillard. Ricky Dillard's choir, New Generation. Is it New Generation? Yeah, New G. So they even have the same color hair in certain in one video. Everybody's wearing, actually it's the color you got right now.
I can sing with
You
Ricky.
can sing with Ricky Dillard. You can sing with them. And I love that, because again, they all have their unique way of wearing whatever style that they're wearing, but they're all wearing the same colors. And it's something to it because it's the uniform. You can still have an individual look and still be part of the whole. And that's the whole point of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, it doesn't take away from what they're doing at all. Even Hezekiah Walker, they had robes up until the early 2000s, I believe. They still were wearing robes as well. Hezekiah Walker and the Love Fellowship Choir. Mm-hmm. So I think I would welcome robes back.
I think I
would welcome them
Brooklyn
back.
Tabernacle might still wear robes.
They probably do.
They might still
If they
wear
don't,
robes.
I bet you they have a uniform.
Yeah.
If they don't have a robe, they have a uniform. And I don't know, some people, even some of the millennials, like, I don't want to wear a uniform. I want to be able to wear my jeans and blah, 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 blah. All I was saying was, whatever we do, can we do it together? So it's not like one person has one look and one person has another look. If the color is red, come on, then wear red. I should not have to see you in green. Should never be caught seeing green.
I don't have no red.
Right, but I'm just saying. So if you establish what it should be, then make sure everybody is doing that. Uniform. Because like any team, you're not going to be on the team and not wear your uniform. A basketball team, they have to be in whatever it is that they're wearing. If they're not wearing their uniform, they can't play. You know what I'm saying? You can't go on the court, on the NBA court, and not wear your uniform. You can't be a part of a team, say you're a part of a team, establish a uniform, and then come in out of uniform and expect to play. It just don't work that way.
Yeah, I think I don't know that we do uniform. I mean, it's just.
Well, we try to do colors now. That's what we do. So a lot of people do colors. Yeah, we do colors. They moved, they kept moving the mark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and so,
landmark.
yeah, but I would welcome robes. That's me. I would welcome them because, it would just make sense to me, and it would be less of a headache in terms of what I got to wear, because I just put this robe on, sing my song, and then take it off and put it where it belongs, or put it in the cleaners, make sure it's clean, huh?
Well, in the later years, they made the little they made them washable.
Yeah.
The robes were washable.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were very lightweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
made
will
them
give
so
you discounts and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So
you can
yeah,
wash 'em.
I mean, there's pros and cons, but there's definitely more pros to me than it is cons for wearing robes. I would go back to it. So anyway, so now this next song is produced by one of my favorite artists, the late great Thomas A. Whitfield. He produced this children's choir out of New Orleans. And when I grew up, we had this album, and I used to love to sing this song. And I would sing the choir part and the lead and the narrator part, because it was just amazing how she did it, and how it was just amazing. You're going to remember this song if you've ever heard of the New Orleans Gospel Soul Children. So we're going to go to a commercial, and then we're going to go to the song called Genesis. Let's go.
Calling all current and former members of the Gospel Music Workshop of America Detroit chapter. It's time to reunite and make a joyful noise together. Join us for an unforgettable musical service Sunday, June 30th, 2024 at 4 p.m. Greater New Mount Moriah Baptist Church, 586 Owen Street, Detroit. We welcome you to come back and sing with us. Let's gather in the spirit of gospel music and the fellowship we cherish. Mark your calendars for the one and only rehearsal on Friday, June 14th, 7 p.m. at Craig Memorial Tabernacle, 14201 Puritan Avenue, Detroit. For more details, visit www.gmwadetroit.org. Join Iris Taylor, our Detroit chapter chairperson, Dr. Michael Fletcher, our minister of music, as we come together in song and praise. This musical is free of charge and open to the public. A free will offering will be accepted. So bring your family and friends for an evening of uplifting gospel music. See you there on Sunday, June 30th at 4 p.m.
I was following the process of applying, and I was getting rejection letters. That was kind of disheartening, but I just continued to push through. Usually when I got to that question of, have you ever been convicted of a felony? Sometimes I would check yes and provide supporting documentation. I tried to do the expungement process on my own. I felt like I was being sent on a wild goose chase. Ultimately, I finished the process, but as a result of me having more than one felony at the time, I was rejected, and I couldn't apply again for like 36 months. So after that time had passed, I heard about Project Clean Slate. As a result of Project Clean Slate, I've been able to advance my career. It was a seamless process. I want to say like 8 or 9 months in total. Initially, I submitted the online application. Soon after that, I was contacted for fingerprinting. After fingerprinting, I had my hearing with the judge and the prosecuting attorney. After that, I was notified that my record was sealed and I was no longer a convicted felon.
In the beginning, God created heaven and earth, and the earth was without form of old, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. be a firmament in the midst of the waters. And God made the firmament. And God divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament.
My God, on today. Yes, come on now.
They sweating them robes out now. They sweating them robes. They sweating them robes
They
out.
sure are. But you know what? It's still, oh gosh, it's still a good thing to be a part of something like this, because what I learned from this song was how to recite Genesis 1 and 1 and all the way through.
The discipline of that song was crazy.
Absolutely.
The
But
discipline was just crazy.
you learn scripture. You know what I'm saying? You can learn scripture with these
Michelle said,
songs.
and then we pass
And then
out.
we pass out. Yes, because some of them robes was real heavy. But you know, yeah, some of them was real heavy. And then you had the lapels on them and
that
all
little
kinds of stuff.
show stole.
Yeah, the overlays and all that kind of stuff. But then there was some where, you know, it was just the white part, and then you just put the one, yeah. And then you just put the overlay on it, and that was it. You know what I'm
angel
saying?
robes.
Yeah.
Them angel robes.
Yes. But let's talk about directors, okay? So Maddie Moss Clark. Woo, I saw you, Michelle, pointing that out. Maddie Moss Clark was one of the most prolific
perfectionist, and she didn't play.
She stayed right here. She stayed right here. She stayed right here. But you did not play in her choir rehearsal. No. You did not play when it was time to sing. You did not play when it was time to worship, because she wasn't having it. No. she would throw whatever was closest to her, including her own shoe, at you to make sure that you understood that you was disrupting her rehearsal. Yeah. You know, and there was choir etiquette. There was a such thing as choir etiquette. You know, and you could you know, you had to, you know, at least, you know, ask for permission. You know what I'm saying? Step out to take a phone call. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't no phones going off.
Well, it wasn't no cell phones back then. So then, I mean, you know, if somebody got a phone call, it was an emergency. You know what I'm saying? But you just couldn't, you know, there was so much discipline learned within the choir structure. But aside from Maddie Moss Clark, we still have one of the greatest directors amongst us today, and that is Dr. Michael Fletcher. When I tell you I am one of his fans in terms of how he directs. I just love it because he's so energetic. He makes you want to engage with the song. He makes you want to rock. He makes you want to sing. He makes you want to do it because he is embodying everything about that song, and everything that he does, in every gesture and every movement. He's embodying the whole energy of the song. And I enjoy watching him, and I enjoy being a part of it.
What didn't he just have an anniversary? What anniversary was this?
I think it was a birthday. It was a birthday celebration.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a birthday celebration. Don't ask me how old he is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So 65, something like that. Yeah, but he's been directing for so long. He's been directing since he was a teenager.
They said it's the Karate Kick.
It's the Karate Kick. Yes, but you know, he just does what he does, and it just makes you enjoy the music even more. You know what I'm saying? And directors, you know, we've had some wonderful directors over the years. Even Jimmy Dow. You know, the late great Jimmy Dow used to direct we used to watch him over at St. James Missionary Baptist Church when he would direct over there for what's his name? over at St. Yes, Reverend Charles Nix. Yes. I used to watch them. I used to watch Andre Sonny Woods, Reverend Andre Sonny Woods on the organ. He would be playing and Jimmy Dow would be directing and they would be singing, I really love the Lord. Dun, dun, dun. Yes. You don't know what he's done for me. Yes. He gave me the victory. I love him. Yes. I love him. I really love the Lord.
That just came from your heart,
Because you do.
You didn't need no projector to sing that one.
No. And Renee Thomas used to kill me with that one.
Oh yeah.
Renee Thomas would be singing and she would just, oh my gosh, she would just open up the windows and it was just an amazing time. And I just remember those things are ingrained in me. You know what I'm saying? Those times, those songs, those seasons, and reminiscing about that brings more clarity to where I am now. You know what I'm saying? Because those songs, you understand, the older you get, you understand what those songs that you sang back then, what they mean, what they meant to the people who were singing them then. You know what I'm saying? And then it becomes your mantra for today. It becomes something that, you can sing today and you can sing with conviction because you understand. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point. That's the whole point of music, is to bring us together. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to bring us together. And when we're doing it together, it's corporate worship. I know we have corporate worship now, and we do all kinds of things now in the services that we attend now. But that corporate worship is important. It's important to be in a company of believers. It's important because anywhere you go where there's a company of people all in the same mindset doing the same thing, there's power there. There's power in it. Even if you're at a baseball game and everybody starts doing the wave, it brings the mood up. It brings the spirit in the house, in the room, in the vicinity. It brings it up. You know what I'm saying? So corporate worship does the same thing. And when you're singing in the choir, you have to have that type of atmosphere for everyone to be involved. And when everyone gets involved and everybody's doing it, it raises the level of praise and worship and the level of faith. And that's that faith that comes by hearing. It's not just hearing the word, but it's hearing the word in song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's important. It's just important. So who was your favorite director? Do you have a favorite director?
So many. It's so many of them. Some of them are not even directing anymore. You know, because I'm from California.
Yeah.
So, Keith Pringle was at our church. He was at Bethany for a while.
Yes.
We just so many.
Yes.
We always had top notch directors. Some of them were just in-house directors that were phenomenal. And a lot of people that I know that used to direct, they don't direct no more. They done got old and sat down.
They done sat down.
They done got old and sat down. But just so many.
Yeah.
The whole unity thing. My grandbaby goes to church with her grandmother and with her mother, and it just blesses me because she came singing "This Is the Day." She just she knows all the words.
Yeah.
It's a congregational song, but she knows all the words. And that blessed me because I don't know any songs she knows that we sing. So it's just unity, So she's only 3, and hopefully she'll continue with that. But she
won't forget it.
No,
my introduction to Jimmy was through our minister of music, Mary Herring. We loved our choir. Yes, absolutely.
Choirs, you don't forget. The coming together and the fellowship. And it's something that's missing.
Yes.
A praise team is 6 or 7 people, and they can have unity among themselves. But a choir, brings a lot more people together. And bonds. There's a bond that you have.
Yes.
Everybody didn't always get along, but that was part of choir, learning how to get along.
Right. Right.
We
Look
had
at the
to-
Detroit Youth Choir. I mean, they're still, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're doing so well, and
Yeah.
they're going, but they've rehearsed. First of all,
Yeah,
they've
'cause they-
rehearsed.
they're-
They've
they're
rehearsed
like,
and rehearsed.
people are aging out and moving on, and new ones are
Yes,
coming in.
yes.
You know, but it's still powerful.
It's very
the
powerful.
impact that they've made.
It's
is like,
huge. It's
yeah.
huge. And those children, as they grow up, they will never forget being
No.
part of a choir and singing the praises of God and representing God to the world, not
Yeah.
just to their
Yeah.
local church,
They've
not
had
just
doors
to each
open
other.
for them. They've had
Yes,
doors.
absolutely.
I mean, financial doors. Look at
Yes.
what Ellen did for them. I mean, they've really just
Absolutely.
taken off.
Absolutely.
Taken
I
off.
just love it. I just love it. Listen, so before we leave tonight, the last song I wanted to play is one of my favorites. We're going to bring it back up a little bit, just a little bit to the 90s. And back to the 90s, to a person who I miss dearly. I miss her dearly. Oh my God. Kayla Parker. When I tell you Kayla Parker is one of the baddest writers, and she wrote this particular song that we're going out on tonight, and there's so many things I love about the song. It's not just the song itself, but the intro is very, very recognizable. So if you are a choir person, you know the intro to this song. When it comes on, it's like, oh, that's my jam. That's my song right there. You know what is coming on, because that's what you're gonna be in it to win it. You're gonna hear it, and then at the end, you're gonna hear Bishop Marvin L. Winans singing at the end.
He always gonna get him a little
He
gravy.
gonna get it in.
He gonna get some gravy on it. I don't care. If you go to his church, the soloists could wreck it, but he gonna get up and get him a little gravy.
He gonna get it.
He gonna get him a little
to
gravy.
you. He gonna give it to you. So we are grateful tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're gonna go out on one of my favorite songs written by the late Kayla Parker.
Shirley Johnson said Evangelist Sandy Rose is a dynamic director who really makes you want to give your all. Let's just say that.
Come on, let's celebrate
Let's
the
just say
station
that.
owner.
Let's just say that.
Yes, Evangelist Sandy Rose. Yes. She'll be
Yes.
directing at a church near you quite soon. So don't forget. Yes, it's coming up. All right. Thank you tonight for joining us. And we'll be back next week doing some more choir music. Okay. Tonight we're going out on Now Are We. Come on.
If you believe it, put those hands together. Look at somebody and say, I'm a son. Mr. Kayla Parker.
Oh, what a privilege
Michigan. Did you know that our state is committed to zero preventable deaths and zero health disparities? That's right. But despite our progress, there's still work to be done. Shh. Health inequities affect us all, especially communities of color. These pregnant women and their babies face disproportionate risk. It's time to address systematic issues head on. Okay. Introducing the Advancing Healthy Births Plan. With a focus on equity, it targets key areas like reproductive health, healthy babies, safe sleeping, and mental well-being. Let's come together, Michigan, to ensure every birthing mother and infant has the opportunity to thrive. Visit Advancing Healthy Births at michigan.gov to learn more and join the movement towards healthier futures for all. WVTC Detroit's Project Healthy Arrival is made possible with grant funding from Southeast Michigan Perinatal Quality Improvement Coalition, Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, and United Way for Southeast Michigan.
This is Shirley Smith from Journey Music Studios, and when I'm not teaching, I'm listening and watching WVTC Detroit.
Because I live in Detroit, I was able to get tuition-free college through the Detroit Promise. I feel very fortunate working with the Detroit Promise. They were able to afford me so many opportunities. I'm currently studying media production and journalism at University of Michigan Dearborn. I'm looking to take my talents further into the production industry, short films. I love working with people here, and this is where I want to be. And that's why I'm Detroit for life.
You've been listening to Soulful Inspiration. We're so glad you hung out with us today. We're here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on WVTC Detroit. If you'd like to partner with us or sponsor a show with your business, send us an email at tntsoulllc@gmail.com, or you can call us at 313-570-8280. I'm your girl, Nikki Jones.
The views and opinions expressed on the previous broadcast are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of WVTC Radio Detroit, its advertisers, or affiliates.
Go to your Apple or Google Play Store and download the WVTC Gospel Radio app today. You can also say, Alexa, play WVTC Radio Skills.
Would you like to play WVTC Radio Network?
Absolutely. Download it today.
You're listening to WVTC Gospel Radio Detroit, and we're flowing in the Spirit.